Hello and welcome to my second attempt to record this video. I am just going to talk about some seeds that I'm going to plant this year. As the title says, I'm a beginner gardener. I haven't planted anything before, like on this scale. I've planted a few seeds in my life, I guess. For biology courses and stuff. So the first is, and this is not in order of planting or sowing, this is corn by request, and here is something I don't really know what it is. But it looked interesting. Probably tastes fine. And this is some rhubarb. I bought it for my dad. And carrots. And these are for autumn harvest. And I have several pumpkins. This is Hokkaido or Chikikuri pumpkin. It seems pretty common, and this is a squash, and it's called winter squash, I guess. And another interesting pumpkin I have is this. It's called Pacific Giant, and it says it can get up to 150 to 300 kilos if you give it enough food, I guess. This is popcorn. My sister is really into popcorn right now, so that's why I bought it. And here's some spinach. Gotta have some leafy stuff. But I am mostly focused on beans. This is broad beans, because I want to grow some protein food, plant protein. And this is Japanese greens. You can grow them outdoors or indoors. Indoors, you can grow them all year round if you have like good lamps, like the type that you have for growing plants indoors. And here is more pumpkin, the same Hokkaido or Chikikuri that I showed before. And I bought these from 2 different stores, just to see which one has the most seeds in it. I still haven't checked. And this is something called a mussel squash. It's like, I don't know what it is, some kind of squash pumpkin thing. Never tried it, so it's gonna be interesting. And here is more pumpkin. And this is more beans. I picked these out because they're called Lazy Housewife. So obviously they're supposed to be easy to grow and stuff. And kind of aspiring a bit to be some kind of housewife. And this is Brussels sprouts. I like Brussels sprouts, so it was kind of a must for me. And then we have more beans. As I said, I want to grow as much protein as I can, just to save some money. Meat is pretty expensive, and there's a lot of issues with meat that makes me want to eat more plant protein too. And here is, I think this is a turnip. Maybe, no, it doesn't say in the back what it is in English, but I think it's turnip. I bought it to make these kind of like mashed potatoes, but you mix the potatoes with turnips and carrots. So it's like mashed potatoes, turnips, carrots, or other root things. And this is something called spaghetti pumpkin. I have never tried it, but supposedly you bake it in the oven, and when you take it out, you just take out the meaty stuff, and it's like spaghetti. So that's going to be interesting to see and taste. And here's a smaller pumpkin, baby bear. Also something I haven't tried before. And some quinoa for more plant proteins. Hopefully I can get a lot from this. And here is another pumpkin, and this is supposed to be harvested in summer. So it's a summer pumpkin. I think it's said in July or something. And here is some peas. It's some kind of sugar peas, but more protein. And these protein things, beans and peas and stuff, they're good because not only can you eat them yourself, you can also feed them to animals. We don't have a lot of animals yet, just 5 chickens, but we're gonna get more animals sooner or later. And yeah, here's more beans, broad beans. I think all my beans, all but the lazy housewife, are broad beans. And simply because I think they fit the climate we have here. And then I have a giant package of peas. I don't know why this package is so much bigger than the others, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how all this turns out. I'm really curious to see how much beans I can get out of all this, how long it can last me. My goal, I think, is to make the food I grow last the whole year, so pretty much grow most of my food at least. Partly because it saves money, but also because a lot of the time it's healthier. Here where I live, there's actually not too much organic food available for some reason, and all of the seeds aren't organic, but yeah, it's probably healthy to grow them yourself. It's gonna take some time, of course, some work, but I think it's gonna work out fine. So as for the schedule, I'm gonna plant the beans first, because you can plant them, I think, pretty soon. It's March now, so you can plant them. I think you could plant them already. I need some compost to plant them in, and yeah, some other things. And then I'm gonna plant all the pumpkins in May. First, I'm gonna have them in a greenhouse, to grow them as seedlings. And then I'm gonna plant them in the soil outside, or in the compost, I mean, like raised beds. Yeah, that's the system I'm gonna use. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how it turns out. And if you're curious, just like me, feel free to subscribe and follow my journey on gardening. We'll see if it's gonna be successful or not, but either way I will learn something, and maybe you will too. So yeah, please follow my journey, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.